Hello everyone. In today's session, we will try to understand about the strings, guys. Okay, what are strings? Okay, basically strings are nothing but the collection of your characters, right? And that characters, if you add in double quotes, then that is what we call as a string. For example, I have used a double quotes, and here if I'm adding some characters like this, then this entire thing I'm going to call as a string. Now this string, I can just allocate to certain variables. For example, I'm saying here content. Okay, this is one way how we can create string. And one more way is we can just create here content one equals to in single quotes also we can create the content. And one more way is in the backticks, like here I'm using content two. We can use backticks, and in that also whatever you will add, this entire thing is also considered as a string. This is also considered as a string. This is also considered as a string. So you can go with the double quotes, single quotes, or backticks. The benefit of this backtick is inside our string, if you want to add any dynamic data, you can add. What do you mean by dynamic data? For example, let's suppose I have a variable called data, and here I have something like mail. Okay. Now this particular data mail I want to add here. So in that case, what I can do, I can take this backticks, and here I can add here my template string. Okay, so that template string is nothing but dollar and curly braces. Now inside this curly braces, you can mention your variable. Now in this case, if I just try to print this console.log of content 2, you will be able to see that content got printed. For example, if I say node here string, and if I click on enter, now see that mail got added here. Now if I change my data something like this, and again if I re-execute, that data will be added here. It means inside your string, if you want to pass any dynamic data, then you can go with this backticks and you can use this string template. You can use here this string template. Okay, and you can pass this one. Now, how we have array and array methods, in the same way, we have some string methods also. We have some like string methods. There are methods like a string, like we have something called length property, which will gives us the number of characters in that string. We have something called to lower case function, which will convert our string into lowercase. In the same way, we have something like to uppercase function, which is going to convert our entire content into uppercase. Okay, let's see how we can work on all this. So let's suppose I have a string here where some content equals to something like hello Sagar. Okay, I have a content like hello Sagar. So this is my string, right? Now, if you see in this string, the first character of hello is in the capital. Second character is also in the capital. Now, what I want to convert this entire thing into lowercase. So in that case, what we can do, we can take the help of something called to lowercase function. We can say console.log. Okay, just to print that output in the console. And here I can say content dot to lowercase. I can call a function called to lowercase. Now, what this function is going to do, it is going to take the string inside this variable and it is going to convert that string into your lower cases. All the characters will be converted into lower cases. So if I just execute here, now see, here I got hello Sagar. Now hello Sagar is completely in the lower cases. So like this, we have one more function called to uppercase. Now, the purpose of to uppercase function is to convert your string into uppercase. Now see, if I just execute it, now here I got hello Sagar. So this uppercase, what this uppercase function is doing, it is just converting our string into uppercase. So this is how you can convert your string into lowercase. You can convert your string into uppercase. Now I want to find out in my string how many letters I have, how many characters I have. So what I will do, simply I will do console.log of content.length. If I do content.length, it will return me the number of characters present inside that string. So it is returning me 11. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here space is also counted. So these are the 5, these are the 5, 10, and one space is 11. So if I don't add that space, in that case, it should return me only 10. It should return me only 10. So this is one property we have, very similar to our length. In the same way, suppose if you want to extract certain part of your string. Let's assume that I want to extract hello. Now to extract this hello, we have two functions. The first function is substring and we have substr also. Now substring works exactly like a slice function in your array. So here I can say something like console.log. I can say content dot substring. Now substring will take two arguments. The first argument is from where you want to start. Let's suppose I want to start from 0. It means it will start extracting from H and I want to extract HELLO. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I add here 4, then what it will do, it will extract from H to L. Only it will extract H to L. So last index value will not be extracted. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So fourth index will not be extracted. It will be excluded. Okay. Now if I just go back and try to execute it. So in our output, we should be able to see only hell. Now see, we got only hell. Now suppose you want to extract entire hello. Then what you have to do? Simply you have to add one index more, like 5. Now you will be able to extract entire hello. So last index will be excluded in substring. Now in the same way substring, how we have substring, we have one more function to extract the characters is substr. Now this substr will also take two arguments. The first argument is same, from which index you want to start, and from there how many characters you want to extract, that number you have to provide. For example, I have said 3. So I'm saying that start from 0 and extract only 3 characters. 3 characters means H is 1, E-L, H-E-L. So if I just save it and if I just re-execute it, now see here I got only H-E-L. So in substr, you have to tell how many characters you want to extract. Okay, this is the difference between substring and substr. So we have two lowercase, two uppercase, length, substring, substr. In the same way, there is one more function called replace. There is one more function called replace. Now using that replace, we can replace certain content. We can replace certain content from our string. For example, here I have hello Sagar, right? Okay. So here we were discussing about the string and substring, right? Now we have one more function called replace. Let's assume that I have a content here like var content equals to hello Sagar. Okay, now what my requirement is this word I want to replace with Kabir. So here what I can do, I can use the replace function. So console.log just for printing. Now here I can use content dot, I can say replace. What I want to replace? I want to replace Sagar. With what content you want to replace? Comma, I want to replace with Kabir. Now if I just go back here and just try to re-execute it. Now see here it is printing me hello Kabir. So here it was hello Sagar. Now it is replacing with Sagar with the Kabir and it is returning us that string. And that string we are able to print here. Hello Kabir. So replace is one more function you have in this string, which is just going to convert, which is going to just replace your certain characters or certain word from your string. This is about the replace. So now we know replace, we know substr, we know substring, we know two lowercase, two uppercase, we know length property. Okay, we know this many functions. So in the same way, there is one more function called concat. Let's assume that I have one more string here where a new content, and in that I have something like hello Sagar from Delhi. Let's suppose I have one more string called from Delhi. Now I want to concat. I want to add this both these two. So how we can do? For that, we simply use concat function. We can say that to my this content, you have to concat. You have to concat. What you have to concat? You have to concat new content. You have to concat new content. Okay. Now if I just write this everything in the console.log and let's see what it will print here. Now if I save it and if I just execute it, node string, now see it is printing hello Sagar from Delhi. But I want to add one space also, right? Here I want to add one set. So one thing what you can do here, only you can add like this one space and then you can re-execute it so that you got this space. Or else what we can do, I want to concat, like I want to add space also in double quotes. Here we can just add one space and just add a comma. Now whenever I add comma, in that case what happens? To this hello Sagar, first space will be added and after that this content will be added. Now see, hello Sagar from Delhi. Okay, so can I add more string? Like here I'm adding like, and he is a developer. Okay, let's suppose, as this particular content will be added or not, let's check. Now see, hello Sagar from Delhi and he is developer. Again, here there is no space. So what I can do, again, I can add one extra space here. So here we can concat any number of strings. We can concat any number of strings. So concat is one more function where we can concat our strings. Okay. Yeah. Now there is one more function called trim. Okay, let's understand about that trim as well. So let me just comment this part. Now let's assume that I have something like this content, var content, and here I have so much space. Here also I have so much space. Now I want to trim this space. Okay, suppose if I just try to do here console.log of content. In that case, what happens? Just see how your content will print. Now see, it is printing here. We are getting this extra spaces. So I want to remove that extra spaces. So if you want to remove that extra spaces, then you have one predefined function called trim. You can call this trim function. If you call this trim function, in that case, what happens? It will remove all this space. Now see, it is removed all this space. Trim will remove the space from your front and from your back. Nothing but this front side also space will be removed and from back side also this space will be removed. In between your content, if you have a string, then you cannot remove those, right? In between your content, if you have a space, if you want to remove that, you cannot remove that using trim. Trim will remove this space only from the initial stage and from the end stage. Suppose you want to remove the extra space only from the initial stage. Then we have something like trim start. There is a function called trim start. Okay, trim start. Trim start will remove the space only from the start position. It removed the position only from the start position. We have trim end. Trim end will remove only from the last position. See, still the space is added in the first position. Okay, here also we have some space. You are not able to find it because this is empty space. So we have like this trim start and trim end also. Trim start and trim end. So like this, we have so many functions which are related to string. So if you want to find those functions, what you can do, you can go to the official documentation, search for string methods. And in MDN, you can search for in MDN website, you will be able to get all the string methods here. Maybe here I can get. Now see, here we have all the string methods. Now see, here we have so many methods. So here you have the list of all the methods. You can learn all these methods. So we have trim, trim and trim start like this. 2 uppercase, 2 string, 2 lowercase. Like this, we have so many things. Okay, so you can just learn. Suppose you want to know about strike. Okay, now just click on this strike. Now here you will get the description. Just learn, explore, just read this, understand the syntax. They will explain you what parameters it takes and what kind of content you will get. So everything they have explained here. So like this, we have so many functions, guys, so many functions. You have to just know the purpose of those functions and you have to use it. You have to use it. So this is how we are going to explore we are going to work with this string. So I would recommend everybody, like whenever you guys get the time, try to explore each and every method, because we don't know whenever we are working on certain projects, what kind of requirement we will get. Okay, what kind of situation comes and which functions will help us. So better to have an idea. So whenever you guys get a time, just take per day, take 3-4 functions, just read about that function, understand what is the purpose, do some practicals and just keep in your mind. Okay, even if you forget the syntax or if you forget the function name, it's okay. Whenever you forget, just come to the documentation, check the function name, check the syntax and use it. Okay, so this is how your strings are going to work.